Did you ever hear about the tomato that turned into a soup? It just couldn't handle the heat and melted. But don't worry, we're not here to talk about cooking, we're here to dive into the fantastic world of matter. Now, you might be wondering, what's this matter business all about? Well, let me tell you, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Matter is everything that takes up space and has weight. It's the stuff that makes up the whole wide world around us. Yes, that's right, from the toys you play with, to the tall trees you see in the park, and even the air you breathe. It's all matter. Matter is like the secret ingredient in a magic potion. It's there, but you can't always see it. And just like a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat, matter can surprise us by appearing in different forms or states. Think about water, for example. When it's frozen, it's hard and solid like an ice cube. When it's at room temperature, it's liquid and it flows. And when it's heated up, it turns into steam, which is a gas. These are three states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. But it's not just water that can do this magic trick. Many other things can change from one state to another too, like our friend the tomato who melted into soup with just a bit of heat. So, you see, the world of matter is a pretty amazing place. It's full of surprises and transformations just waiting to be discovered. On this journey, we're going to explore more about these states of matter, how they change, and what makes each one unique. We'll unravel the mysteries of matter and have some fun along the way. So, next time you're playing with your toys or climbing a tree, remember you're interacting with matter. Imagine if we were like ice cubes, changing our shape when it gets too hot. Thankfully, we're not ice cubes, but this is exactly how matter behaves. Now let's dive into the world of matter and meet our three musketeers: solid, liquid, and gas. These are the three main states of matter that we encounter every day. First, let's meet solid, the strong and dependable one. Solids have a definite shape and volume. They're like the ice cube in your lemonade, the chair you're sitting on, or the crunchy apple you had for lunch. The molecules in a solid are packed tightly together, holding hands in a rigid formation, making them strong and stable. Next up, we have liquid, the flexible one. Liquids don't have a definite shape, but they do have a definite volume. They're like the water you drink, the milk in your cereal, or the honey drizzled on your toast. In a liquid, the molecules are less tightly packed than in a solid, which allows them to slide and glide around each other, freely changing their shape to fit their container. Last but not least, we have gas, the free spirit. Gases have neither a definite shape nor volume. They're like the steam from your hot cocoa, the air you breathe, or the helium in a party balloon. Gas molecules are spread out and move around freely, expanding to fill whatever space is available. But here's where it gets really interesting. Just like our ice cube friend, matter can change from one state to another. When you heat an ice cube, it melts into a liquid. Heat that liquid even more, and it turns into a gas. This process is known as changing states, and it's all down to how much energy the molecules have. So remember, whether it's the ice in your drink, the water you're sipping, or the steam rising from your mug, you're experiencing the three musketeers of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. Just like our ice cube friend, matter can change from one state to another. Isn't that cool? Ever seen a magician? They change one thing into another, right? Well, matter does the same trick, but without a magic wand. Imagine you're in a kitchen and there's a block of ice on the counter. It's solid, right? Cold and hard, you can touch it, pick it up, and even slide it across the counter. But then, you leave it out. And as the room gets warmer, something amazing happens. The ice begins to melt, transforming from a solid to a liquid. That's matter changing its state, all thanks to a little bit of heat. Now let's turn up the heat a notch. Put that liquid water in a pot on the stove and crank up the flame. As the water heats up, it starts to bubble and boil, and then poof, it turns into steam, a gas. Again, the heat caused the matter to change its state, this time from a liquid to a gas. But what if we go the other way? Let's take that steam and cool it down. As it cools, it condenses back into liquid water. And if we keep cooling it, eventually it'll freeze back into a solid block of ice. So, you see, matter can change states not just with heat, but with cold too. This magical transformation is happening all around us all the time. The water cycle that we learned about in school, that's matter changing states. The ice cream melting on a hot summer day, again matter changing states. But remember, even though matter can change its state, it's still the same stuff. The ice, the liquid water, and the steam are all made of the same molecules. They just arrange themselves differently depending on the temperature. So think of matter as a master of disguise, changing its appearance with the temperature. Solid, liquid, gas. It's all the same stuff, just wearing different costumes. So, Matter is a magician that can change its costume when the temperature changes. Pretty neat, huh? Now, if someone asks you about matter, you can tell them it's not just matter, it's magic. Let's take a quick tour of what we've learned so far. Matter is the stuff all around us. It's what makes up everything we see, touch, smell, and taste. It can be as tiny as a grain of sand or as vast as a mountain. We've discovered that matter comes in three main states: solid, liquid, and gas. Each state has its own unique properties. Solids, like the chair you're sitting on, keep their shape and size. Liquids, such as the water in your glass, change shape but keep their volume. Gases, like the air we breathe, can change both their shape and volume. But the real magic of matter is its ability to change states. With a little heat or cold, a solid can become a liquid or a gas, and vice versa. Think of a block of ice melting into water and then evaporating into steam. That's matter, showing off its magical powers. Now here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that water is the only natural substance found in all three states on Earth? That's right. You can find water as ice in the polar regions, as liquid in oceans and rivers, and as gas in the form of water vapor in the air. Talk about being versatile. And here's another fun tidbit. While we commonly talk about three states of matter, scientists have discovered a few more. These include plasma, which is like a superheated gas, and Bose-Einstein condensates, which occur at super cold temperatures. But let's save those for another time. Matter is truly a marvel. It's present in every corner of our universe, from the stars in the sky to the soil under our feet. It's in the food we eat, the clothes we wear, even in our own bodies. Remember, matter is everywhere and it's always ready to change its state, so keep exploring and keep learning. Before we say goodbye, how about a quick quiz to test what we've learned today? Question 1. Can you tell me what the three states of matter are? That's right, they are solid, liquid, and gas. Each state has its own unique properties. Solids hold their shape, liquids take the shape of their container, and gases fill up any space available to them. Now on to question 2. What happens to matter when it's heated or cooled? Excellent. When matter is heated, it generally changes from a solid to a liquid to a gas as it gains energy. Conversely, when matter is cooled, it tends to change from a gas to a liquid to a solid as it loses energy. Pretty cool, isn't it? And finally, question 3. Can you give an example of matter-changing states? That's a toughie, but I believe in you. Yes, water is a perfect example. When heated, solid ice melts into liquid water, and if heated further, it turns into steam, which is a gas. When cooled, the process reverses. Steam condenses into liquid water, and if cooled even more, it freezes back into solid ice. Well done, everyone. You've just shown how much you've learned about the fascinating world of matter. Great job on the quiz, smart kids. You've proven that you're not only smart, but also curious about the world around you. Remember, there's always more to learn and discover, so keep asking questions and seeking answers. Before we sign off, we have one last request. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep up with all our fun and educational content, don't forget to subscribe to GURUKIDZ Smart Kids channel. We promise to keep feeding your curiosity and making learning fun. Keep exploring the world of matter around you.